Hello, welcome to Scented Pages. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, baby. Well, it's my 100th video, so welcome to my 100th video. I'm so excited about that. I cannot believe that time went by that fast and that I made 100 videos. Well, it's been a couple years now that I've stuck with this, so I'm really excited about that. So because of that, I wanted to get on here and kind of commemorate this video in a special way, make a special little video. So what I wanted to do is talk about a few things. Gotta get my other book. Talk about my goals for the year. Oh, look at my little outfit. Look at what I got on, baby. My little one piece with the pockets. Look, it looked like I pulled my pants all the way up to my shoulders. But I love it. It is so comfortable. So I wanted to get comfy and cozy and make us a cute little comfy cozy video. Tonight's perfume that I'm working with actually is Red by Giorgio Beverly Hills. Red. I didn't look up the notes for it because I don't have my other device to do that, but I do have Red by Giorgio Beverly Hills. It's one of my favorites. I've had it for years. Very mature, very sexy nighttime, settling down type of scent. So let me see. Let's start off with the goal, my 2026 goals, and whether or not I met my other goals for 2025, and then after that we can get into a little bit of reading of the Chicken Soup for the African American Woman's Soul. I just kind of feel like right now, especially like during this time of year, just in general, people kind of go through during this time of year because it's cold outside, and yet we still got to get out there and get in the wind and get to work and get to school, even though our mind, body, and spirit wants to be in the house. So I've been doing a little bit of comfort reading because, like I said, we tend to get sick around this time of year, and other things happen. We go through grief, we remember our loved ones, blah blah blah. So I thought that it would be a little fitting to read some Chicken Soup for the African American Soul and to kind of be in that space. I have been making some really good soups lately. I've been really into just getting a container of broth, like beef broth, and just putting a bag of frozen mixed vegetables in it and a little wild rice. And that's just, and kind of like eating on that for 2 or 3 days. And that's been kind of replacing my craving for oodles and noodles, because I always want to eat oodles and noodles, but they're not the best things for you. So I did make some soup. I've been making soup for like a month. I've been going to the grocery store and just getting a little container of broth and making it real easy and real quick too. And it'll last for a couple days. So it's a little bit healthier than oodles and noodles. So get your soup, get your snacks, popcorn, whatever it is that you want. Get a cup of coffee. I've got coffee and water. Get some tea, because we are going to spend a little time together and chit chat and just be girlfriends. So put this to the side for right now, because I might even break this up, because I know that this is going to take a while. So I might even break this up into a couple of sessions. I might read a few tonight, and then do a few tomorrow, and then maybe the next day, instead of just doing it all in one session. And you can just kind of let me play in the background and let me read to you and be a comfort to you. I hope that I can be somewhat of a comfort to you. So, catching up. I started The Client by John Grisham. I'm sure that you all remember this movie. When I was a little girl and this movie came out, I was obsessed with him. I thought he was so handsome, and he actually did grow up to be handsome. He lived a short life. He died young, in the early 2000s, I think. But he was like my 90s little heartthrob. I think his last name was Redfern. I think his name was Brandon Redfern. The movie was really good. So I actually rewatched the movie not too long ago, The Client, so I could remember again what it was about and refamiliarize myself with the story. And so far, the book has been just like the story, and it's excellent, even better. It's really good. I'm liking the way that it's written, and the way that the story is going. It's not real hard. I thought it would be kind of hard to understand, but it's not. It's fun. It's not giving popcorn thriller. It's giving something a little bit deeper. So this is my physical read for right now. Then I also might maybe be trying to wrap my mind around Beloved by Toni Morrison. So far so good. It's not as difficult to read and understand as I thought it was going to be. So I'll keep you posted with this one. This might just be a kind of slow getting into, because I just got done reading a lot of Toni Morrison, which was beautiful. But I'm also reading The Big C by Langston Hughes right now, so that's kind of wetting my whistle for vintage African American literature. The Big C, and I'm gonna get ready to read another Zora Neale Hurston book. I forget the title of it, but that's coming up soon. Like I said, I DNF'd The Life of Herod by her, so I'm gonna take my time with this one. It might not be as important to start another Toni Morrison just quite so yet, when I'm just got done her, and I'm kind of doing some other authors right now. So there's that. So I also started an audio of Too Old for This by Samantha Downing, which is really good. It's about this old lady, honey, who has got some stuff going on with her. She got some stuff going on with her. She is actually, it's really good. So it's about this girl named Plum, and she is I wouldn't say she's a reporter. She's not a reporter, but I think that she's got something going on, like a podcast or something. Kind of reminds me of Listen for the Live, but she's got some sort of podcast that she is wanting to rehash the main character's old past life. Now, the thing with the main character, I'm forgetting her name right now, it's escaping me, is that she had murdered some people in the past, but, when she was younger. But because of the time period that it was in, it made it much easier for her to kind of get away with it, and for everything to be kind of shoved under the rug, like swept under the rug and kind of forgotten about. Well, this girl, Plum, come to this old lady's house, talk about she want to rehash some old dead water under the bridge shit. And this lady is like, girl, if you don't go somewhere and have a seat. She don't want to talk about venerating her or vindicating her from false. Plum is on this thing where she thinks that this lady has been falsely accused and has been kind of falsely accused and kind of blamed for something that she didn't do. Whole time, she absolutely did them. And she don't need nobody rehashing and re-bringing up nothing old. So she kind of, spoiler alert, it happens early in the book. She gets rid of Plum's ass real quick. Not Plum. And she got her, rid of her and whatnot. So now we have to deal with the fallout of that, and with the detectives that come along the way looking for Plum, and the boyfriend that comes along. And it's so far so good. I'm enjoying it. So I'll keep you posted with that too. All right. So let's now get into these goals. First we'll talk about whether or not I accomplished my goals from 2025. Some of them I did and some of them I didn't. So, did I meet my goal? First and foremost, did I meet my goal of reading 60 books? And yes, I did. As a matter of fact, I think I read 82 is what it said. So that was good. That was my first goal. My second goal was no buying. No, I didn't meet that goal, but I still did good for the year. The only haul that I did was the one like back in May, I think it was. That I treated myself to. That was the only time that I bought some books, and I bought a couple of Kindle books, digital books, but I didn't buy any more physical books after that. I didn't order any Amazon, I didn't order any thrift books. That was the one and only time. So no, I didn't buy any books, but I also did really good. So I'm still proud of myself for that. Um, 3. Did I stick to a structured schedule? Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, that is actually how I was able to get done reading the Bible. Finished reading the Bible in a year. And I am so excited to say that I did that. I got done the whole Bible by having a schedule and sticking to it. So my Bible reading would be the first thing that I would do when I would come in to work at night, is get this done and out of the way with, which sometimes it would take me a while because you have like a good, decent 2 pages of reading. What I like about this Bible is it's the 1 year Bible where every single day you have already laid out, every day of the year you have it already laid out what you're going to be reading. So that makes it a little bit easier too to get through the Bible in a year knowing already what you're going to be reading. That makes it easier also to stick to a schedule. So I knew what I was going to be reading and about how long it would take me. I would take about 30 minutes or so to kind of read and study, do any research and try to answer any questions that I had about it. It was good though. I may do a video on it because honestly, I don't see why in the world more people aren't reading the Bible. It's an excellent book and it's not boring. It's the translations that are boring. But it's always something juicy and happening going on in the Bible. Somebody is always in trouble or something is always happening. But at the same time, there's also a lot of really beautiful faith-strengthening passages, especially in Psalms. And what I like about this Bible is that every day you get a little bit of Psalms. So those are really comforting. I may talk about this in another video. So yes, I did stick to a structured schedule and plan. So yeah, I would do my Bible reading first, and then I would go right into my nonfiction reading, physical reading, and then I would go right into my fiction physical reading right after that. So that's how I was accomplishing a lot of my reading for that year. And that's what I'm going to do again this year too. We'll talk about that in a few. Yeah, I think that that was the main thing that I did with 2025. And I did pretty much accomplish everything that I wanted to accomplish. Now, for my 2026 goals, a lot of my 2026 reading goals are the same as last year, except for, although my first goal is to read 60 books. So I usually like to keep it at about 50, 60 books, at about a book a week, a little bit. I've been doing more. I usually do more, but that's my sweet spot, my safe area. So I want to do 60 books, but I want to do 30 of those books of physical reads, actual books that I'm reading with my own eyes, and yeah, 30 of them actual physical books, because I still want to get through this, and I still want to go to the library. So half of those books are going to be physical books from the library or from my shelf or from my Kindle digital books or my Kindle Unlimited. Number 2, I would like to do the anti-brain rot challenge. There's a couple of YouTube girls. I'm going to put their links in the description and share their pages when I do the editing. There are a couple of YouTube girls that I've learned about the anti-brain rot challenge from. I can't. Well, did I write down all the stipulations? I think I did write them all down. I might put some of them, I might edit and add some of the anti-brain rot challenge stipulations into the description, or when I do the editing, I may do that. But if not, you can just Google anti-brain rot challenge on YouTube. Not Google it, look it up on YouTube, and some of the girlies who are doing it will pop up. And like I said, I'll put the 2 that I looked at over here. So that's 1, physically read 30 of my 60 books. 2, the anti-brain rot challenge. 3, again, I would like to stick to my reading schedule and a personal curriculum. I love the idea of this personal curriculum thing that everybody has been on. But last year, I had mentioned it when it just kind of came into my own mind as just a random idea I thought I had. I wasn't the only one with that random idea. So I really want to do better with my personal curriculum and my reading schedule. Stick to it. Not do better because I really did good last year, but stick to it this year. And the main things that I want to focus on this year with reading is my reading speed, accuracy, and understanding. I said that last year too, and I did really good with that. But now I also want to make sure that I can't even say it now because I mentioned it last year too, but I also want to make sure that I'm reading for good long chunks of time. I like dedicating at least 45 minutes to an hour to a day of just straight reading. So the main things for 2025, and number 5 is to continue my YouTube channel and making journey, goodness, and making videos and putting those out because that's also a big part of my personal curriculum. So mainly, I'm going to be building my personal curriculum around not only reading and watching YouTube videos, but also my exercise routine. I want to make sure to schedule in my daily walks and weight training and stretching. I want to make sure that I really focus on disciplining myself with my exercise and taking my vitamins and my skincare. I need to focus a little bit more on that. Like I do my hair care pretty much all the time, every day. I keep it cornrowed down and I just oil it or like spray something moisturizing or something on it to tie it down. But I really need to be a little bit more disciplined and diligent with my skincare. Before I go to sleep, I need to wash my face and put my creams and stuff on. That's what I really want to do. So 2026 will be all about discipline and consistency in the areas of reading, exercise, vitamins, my hair and my skincare routine, and sleep. I really need to focus on being disciplined with my sleep because I have another additional chore that I have to take care of during the day. Well, I wouldn't call it a chore, something else that I have to do. So now I have to be a little bit more disciplined with my sleep routine also. So there's that. So yeah, I think I mentioned everything. So yay, I will be like checking in and putting little updates with the whole little exercise routine because I'm really liking that. Lately I have been walking very consistently. Especially since now it's more of a have to thing. So since I have to already walk, I might as well also come in here and be sure to lift my weights. I have some little dumbbells that I can do at least for just 5 minutes. So that's what I really want to do. So there you have it. Those are my goals, the ones that I accomplished and didn't accomplish from last year, and the ones that I want to work on for this year. So yay. Now, let's get into a little chicken soup. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee. I got my coffee in my, here's my cute little cup. And look at what it says. Once upon a time, there was a girl who really loved books and cats. It was me. I'm surprised Cheeto hasn't come in here yet. And then on the other side, it says, a woman cannot survive on cats alone. She also needs, a woman cannot survive on books alone. She also needs cats. I agree. So I'm drinking some coffee with, it's real good. And I put that Bloom superfoods mix in it with my coffee, and it's good. It tastes like coffee with a little bit of grass in it. But it's not nasty, and I like it. And I like the idea of getting extra vegetables and ingredients and fruits and things in my body any way that I can. So if it's with the coffee or whatever, I really like it. It's not too bad. When I know the benefits of something, I am easier able to bypass the taste and stick with it anyway when I know that it's something really good for me. So, and then too, honestly, it's not that bad. especially in the coffee. It makes it like extra creamy and extra comforting. It's really good, actually. I got the original flavor of it. Mm-hmm. And I have some Reese's creamer, the Reese's peanut butter creamer. That's good. Nice and flavorful. So let's get started. Do you have your coffee? You have your tea? So this book is divided into sections. And I'm just going to read a few passages from each section that's in here. Let me read the section titles for you. It's 7 sections, and it's 1, The Shoulders We Stand On, It Takes a Village of Mothers, Beautiful Just the Way I Am, My Sister, My Friend, The Power of a Woman's Prayer, Loving Black Men, and Breaking Through My Barriers. The first section. Oh, let me tell you the authors. It's A Chicken Soup for the African American Soul by Jack Canfield, and of course he's the original Chicken Soup for the Soul author. Mark Victor Hansen and Lisa Nichols. I like her. She's good. She's like a she's gonna put you in the mind of a Iyanla Vanzant and Joel Osteen, those type of feel good people. So number 1, The Shoulders We Stand On. I am where I am because of the bridges that I crossed. Sojourner Truth was a bridge. Harriet Tubman was a bridge. Ida B. Wells was a bridge. Madam C.J. Walker was a bridge. Fannie Lou Hamer was a bridge. Oprah Winfrey. And like I said, each section has quite a few little stories in it, and I'm only going to read my favorites. So the first story is Walking the Lessons of Life. My family, this is a quote from Miss Maya Angelou. My family directly and my people indirectly have given me the kind of strength that enables me to go anywhere. Your foundation and the people around you is definitely so important. Even if you just have really good, it's so important to have good big cousins and good big sisters that set good examples and are decent people on the inside and in their heads, because you're really going to do and act like and be around, you know what I mean, the people that you're around. So yeah. And the story goes, and this is by H. Renee Anderson. Walking the Lessons of Life. Wake up, baby. We need to get ready to go before the sun gets too high up in the sky. I heard Nanny speaking to me, but I did not want to move. My sheets were freshly washed, smooth, and oh so warm against my skin. I tried to ignore her as I snuggled up closer to my Raggedy Ann doll. Baby, we have a long walk today to get to Cousin Minnie's house. We don't want to get caught out in that hot sun, do we? Get up, girl, and I mean now, or I'll leave without you. God forbid. At the thought of her actually leaving me behind, I ran to the bathroom and began to brush my teeth. I bet. I washed my face and ran to the breakfast table to sit down to eat. We walked out of the door just when the sun was rising, and our journey down 118th Street began. It was nice walking down the street, holding hands. It has been 6 months since I had seen the person whom I loved the most. Since I had seen the person whom I loved the most of all in the world. So, baby, how was school? Do you like your classmates? Yes, ma'am. I think I like them. What do you mean you think you like them? Well, there's a girl named Carol who is mean to all the girls. She is really mean to a new girl named Teresa. Nanny took my hand and squeezed it to let me know she was really listening to me and that I could tell her what was on my mind. Carol hangs around with a lot of the other girls, and they follow behind Teresa in the hallways and call her names behind her back. I feel so sorry for her because she looks so sad. Well, what are you doing when the other girls tease Teresa? I try to look at her and smile. I even asked her if she needed a pencil one day because I have a whole bunch of them that you had bought me for school. That is nice, baby. Always treat people right. And before you say mean or hurtful things to others, remember to ask yourself if you would want someone to hurt your feelings in that way. I am sure your answer will always be that you wouldn't. Within just a few blocks, Nanny taught me to treat people the way I wanted to be treated. Your yard sure looks nice, Nanny said to the lady gardening. Why, thank you, said the short, round, brown-skinned lady. Nanny walked up to the fence and began carrying on a conversation with her. They talked about flowers and watering grass. Then they started talking about church and shopping. It seemed like she was standing there for hours. Well, Miss Rose, it was nice to meet you. Maybe I will see you again when I'm walking by. It was nice to meet you too, Miss Fanny. That's a funny name. Nanny, I said, as I broke my silence. I thought you knew that lady already. No, ma'am, I didn't know her already. But now she is someone I know. Another block, and Nanny had taught me to be social, that talking to people makes new friends. Although I was the younger of the two of us, it seemed as though Nanny's energy was endless. She moved each leg back and forth with the strut of a broad peacock and the swish of a runway model. Nanny, I'm hot. Can we stop and get some ice cream at the drugstore, please? Girl, it's too early to be eating ice cream. I know, but I'm hot and tired. Please, Nanny, please, I begged. The last time I bought you ice cream, you didn't even eat the whole thing. You let it melt all over your hands and kept asking me to hold it while you played at the playground. You ended up throwing it away. My lips began to poke out. My face turned into the likes of a prune. I let her know that I was not happy with her comments and that I was not going to talk to her the rest of the way. I folded my arms in front of me and walked with my head up in the air. She just looked at me and laughed. She kept right on walking and never said a word for the rest of the block. But during the course of that block, Nanny taught me to waste not, want not. Finally, we got to the bus stop bench and Nanny said, let's sit here for a while and rest. Nanny, can we please catch the bus the rest of the way? Well, why would we do that? She asked with a smile on her face. Exercise is good for your legs and your heart. I have been walking since I was a little girl in Alabama. I used to walk with my grandma, Harriet, just like you are walking with me now. And I walked with your mama when she was a little girl, just like you. I didn't have a car, but I didn't let that stop me from going where I wanted to go. She sounded so proud and independent. Her life had taught her to stand on her own 2 feet, to wait for anyone to take her where she needed to go. In the course of this block, Nanny had taught me those same things, and that exercise is important and good for your health. We sat at the bus stop for about 15 minutes. Then we crossed the street to go to the corner store to buy soda pop. Nanny loved soda, and she said that I could have any flavor I wanted for being such a good walker today. This block is where she taught me that persistence brings rewards. And in the last block, she taught me the joy of accomplishing goals. Amen. Nanny, I think I see Cousin Mitty's house. Are you sure? Do you remember what it looks like? I know you were a lot younger the last time we went to visit her. I think that is because there's a lady standing on the porch waving at us. She laughed at my reasoning. Well, I guess you were right then. As we approached the old white house, we could see Cousin Mitty standing on the porch with a big, loving smile on her face. You could tell that she and Nanny were related because they were both tall with brown sugar skin and high cheekbones. She came down from the steps to greet us with her arms stretched open to give us hugs and kisses. She bent down to me and put her hands on my shoulders. Did you enjoy your walk today, baby? I looked at Nanny and we smiled at each other. Then I turned to Cousin Mitty and said, "Yes, ma'am, I sure did." These were literally the building blocks of my childhood. Oh, that's by H. Renee Anderson. Beautiful. I too love my morning walks. I have a decent about a 15-minute walk in the mornings when I get off the bus that I have to take. I didn't used to have to before, but I have to now. And I'm actually really happy that I have to, because now I don't have any other choice but to do the walk. I've always walked, actually. That's one of the main reasons why I like to catch the bus, is because it gives me a good opportunity to get some good exercise in. And the morning walk is just the funnest. Like, the breeze is blowing, it's nice and cool. It's like there's no gym treadmill inclination that is going to get you as right as the regular hills outside on the street. A street hill will crunch your behind into shape if nothing else will. Just get outside and walk 15 minutes around the block. You'll feel just like you put that daggone incline up on 10 in the gym. So yeah, all right. The next story is These Precious Hands by Sheila P. Spencer. Hands the shade of caramel, mocha, honey, chocolate, and brown. It is in the midst of these precious hands that strength can be found. It begins with mother's coffee hands that caress me as I grow inside. When I am born, these same hands reach out and nuzzle me with pride. Mother, let me see your hands. Hands the shade of tan, coffee, beige, pecan, and brown. It is in the midst of these precious hands that strength can be found. Look at this grandmother's weathered and calloused chocolate hands, strong enough to work in a factory and field, yet soft enough to soothe a bruised knee and tender enough to heal. Grandmother, let me see your hands. Hands the shade of caramel, ebony, copper, and brown. It is in the midst of these precious hands that strength can be found. Sister, let me see your hands. Mocha hands whose fingers skillfully glide over piano keys. Pecan hands strongly clasped together as they pray on bended knees. Nimble chocolate hands that give you that warning tap to let you know that you're still in her sight. Ebony hands that embrace you to let you know that everything is all right. Hands the shade of honey, mocha, coffee, and brown. It is in the midst of these precious hands that strength can be found. I look at the past and see mocha hands united together in the civil rights movement. I see honey hands sacrificing to bless women in the present. Copper hands that handle the gavel in the judge's seat. Ebony hands that perform surgery and coffee hands that teach. Nutmeg hands that bake warm pound cakes and sweet potato pie, served with a heaping side of seasoned wisdom that's too delicious to deny. Hands the shade of honey, caramel, coffee, and brown. It is in the midst of these precious hands that strength can be found. Mother, let me see your hands. I treasure these precious hands that guard and surround me. I am here because these precious hands have always been around me. Grandmother, let me see your hands. These hands are cherished because they are connected to the heart. Love is channeled through these hands and fingers with tenderness to impart. Sister, let me see your hands. Hands the shade of espresso, bronze, ebony, and brown. It is in the midst of these precious hands that strength can be found. Beautiful. Sheila P. Spencer. All right. Next is Just Like Mom by Linda Coleman Willis. Make sure you're sipping on your coffee and enjoying yourself. What kind of snacks you got? Put what kind of snack you got down in the comment section. I actually already ate. I made Salisbury steaks with gravy and biscuits, honey, and yes, I did sop up that gravy with the biscuit. I don't know any other way to do it. So I actually made a whole can of biscuits, and I sopped up the gravy and had Salisbury steak with the one and a little bit of my vegetable soup. And then for dessert, I had another biscuit with some apple butter on it. Delicious. It was really good. So we have Just Like Mom by Linda Coleman Willis. And this quote is from Cora Harvey Armstrong. Inside every older lady is a younger lady wondering what the hell happened. All my life, people have told me I look just like my mother. When I was young, I paid it no attention at all because I simply did not believe it. As a teenager, when I heard the words, "You look just like your mother," I would respond with, "No, I don't. She's an adult and I'm not." After all, what teenage girl wants to be told she looks like her mother? Then I would run to look in the mirror to make sure I had not changed since the last time I had looked. Relieved that it was still me in the mirror, I'd exclaim, "Ooh, that was scary." When it happened at 25, I would respond with, "No, I don't. She's old and I'm young." And again, I would reach for the mirror to make sure things were as they should be. Relieved yet again, I'd mutter under my breath, "I don't know what these people see. They must be blind. I definitely do not look anything like my mother." But 35, maturity had set in, and I would not respond at all when I heard those intrusive words, "You look just like your mother." But my thoughts were, "Oh no. You see, her hair is thinning and turning gray. Her midsection is spreading and her walk is slowing. That definitely is not me. I can walk at a 15-minute mile. I work out every day and my steps are quicker than they were at 25. No, I definitely do not look like my mother." I'd still sneak a peek in the mirror just to be sure. As I prepared to celebrate my 50th birthday, I woke up excited and happy to be alive. As I passed the full-length mirror in the corner of my bedroom, I caught a glimpse of a startling figure. I stopped and took a good long look. I could not believe my eyes. There she was, staring back at me, my mother. When did this happen? As I looked, rather than being upset or in denial over the remarkable resemblance that had somehow eluded me all these years, I found a strange comfort in looking at my mom's and my image commingling in the mirror. Suddenly, I saw something more than just our physical similarities. I saw beyond the thinning of the hair and the expanding midsection to the strength and courage she had always displayed in the face of tragedy, and that she had given me. I saw the determination that had helped her break free of the shackles of poverty and pain, a determination that she had given me. I saw her spiritual teachings, the ones that helped to shape and mold my own values and beliefs. I saw her commitment to hard work, the commitment that she taught me so that I could achieve my goals and dreams. I saw the love and appreciation that she held for her family and that she passed on to me so that I may honor and cherish my own family. Yes, as I looked in the mirror, I realized that it was her love of life that taught me to live my life to the fullest and that allowed me to wake up that very day thankful to be alive. Today, when I look at my mother, I am amazed at how much she looks like her mother, and yes, how much I look like her. Now, when people say to me, "You look just like your mother," a loving warmth spreads through me, and I simply smile, nod, and proudly say thank you. Linda Coleman Willis. I can't say that I identify with her on this one because When I was growing up, I thought my mother was the absolute most beautiful woman that I had ever seen. And if I could just get but a teaspoon of what she had as an adult, I would be happy. I remember I would go over to my grandmother's house and she had this old pictures of them when they were like in their early 20s and stuff. My mom and her siblings and my grandparents. And I would look at that picture of my mother and my aunts and just be in awe of the hair, the skin, the smiles, the spirits. I would just be drooling like, please God, make me look as much like these women as possible. And I do, but I was always told growing up that I looked like my father, which was fine. He was a handsome man, but I wanted to look like my mother and my aunts. Her sisters, oh, honey, the hair, like I said, the fashion, the snatched waists. Oh. My aunts and my mom and my grandmother were the women that I wanted to look like. Like, I would have loved for somebody to tell me, you look just like your mother. Like, I have my mother's personality, her very outgoing, bubbly personality. But more people tell me I look like my dad and that I act like her. I just wanted to look and act everything like her. I wanted her face, her complexion, her shape, her hair, everything. So maybe that was, just a struggle for her, but it wasn't a struggle for me. I oh my goodness, I thought my mother was breathtaking. So that's it for out of that section. Let me see. So like I said, I'm gonna do this in like 3 sections. So I'm gonna wrap this up for right now, and then I'm gonna get back to this tomorrow because I do have to get to work. And I didn't want to do this all in one setting because that's going to be a lot. So I'm going to wrap this up and end this right now, and then I'll be back tomorrow.